Gold and jewelry diamond sales reached almost $76.6 billion in 2018. That is an increase of about 3%. This is the statistics issued by the Gold and Jewelry Group, Then gold and jewelry diamonds trade has been historically important for Dubai, with almost, almost 800 retail shops around the gold souks in Dera, then all other gold souks elsewhere in the Emirates, plus hundreds of jewelry group, the retail group, which are very popular among the expats. So they are there. So all those make them. But here, and another thing is that we are running short of time, so that we will just reduce it to around half an hour. I'm sorry for that now. Now, friends, the industry is going through some kind of a tumultuous period now. It's actually a lot of problems, induced by the COVID pandemic and the unusual, or maybe we can say that unusual, the fluctuation in the gold prices. How has it affected? How is the industry now? What is going through now? Are you really going through difficult times now? To Rajesh, you can just tell me, because you being in the industry for quite a long time then.
Hi, good evening, guys. Sorry, we know we are already late by an hour, but anyhow, it's part and parcel of the thing. Very exact. What you said is very right. It's true that the retail chain stores and the retailers are going through a pandemic hit because their expenses are fixed, and apart from that, there is no footfall of the customers, because being Dubai, especially the gold business, 90% is based on the expatriates, maybe be expatriates of the country or be the tourists coming out from the other countries and coming for their vacation and for the tourism, and while going back they carry the jewelry from here, because being Dubai one of the best destination of the world as far as the jewelry is concerned, as you get a wider range of collection over here, very competitive price compared to the other part of the world, and free movement of the jewelry around in the country. So they have been facing a challenges because the expenses are fixed, but there is no footfall of the customers. So they are going through a good amount of hits because of that.
Of course, that may not be the case with Maha, because your customers are quite, it was a kind of an elite kind of customers who are actually fashion conscious and the luxury sector of it. Is it true, or is it?
Not really. See, in terms of percentage, if you go to see, like the elite customer or the fashion-based jewelry customers are not that many. Basically, if you see, the investment in the gold is made by the three categories over here in Dubai. One is the 22 carat, 21 carat, and 18 carat. If you go to see a segment of 22 carat, mainly it has been like the Asian side who prefer to buy 22 carat, and when they buy the jewelry, they buy as a investment, more of an investment than the fashion jewelry. But when you go to the 21 carat segment or you go to the 18 carat segment, yes, the people, they buy as a fashion jewelry, but at the same time they are also buying as a security type.
Yeah. Okay. Maha, has it affected your business, especially as because it was directed to you mainly, because you are catering to a different segment of the customers, mainly the luxury or even the fashion conscious or kind of things, or the designer one. So, is it true?
Yes, that's very much true. Actually, as you said, my type of clients is totally different. But although they are different and they are elite and they're not looking at the financial side of it and saving out of it, but still we noticed that there are a lot of change of the behavior, of the client. And in terms of like they used to have. Physically, they come to the boutiques and they see the pieces. So that reflected that we changed our behavior to show our jewelry on the platforms, on digital, on the digital platforms. in the very beginning, it was quite critical because everybody was just watching what is happening. There was no movement of sell or buy or anything. Just 2 months, life went back to how it was, but in a different way. It was totally digital. It was, the digital platform made us more exposed and brought up actually new faces to the jewelry side. And I think the belief of people, even the people who didn't think of jewelry before, they started to look at gold items as a saving thing. So it was more active.
So what do you mean by digital? Actually, they are buying online, or is it?
Well, they are buying online, but I can't say that most of the sales are because they are buying online. What is happening is they are looking at it online. It is easier now when they are at home. But they still need
the touch and feel is always there, no? Especially
yes,
when you buy this one.
What is happening is because we activated our online boutique during the pandemic time, during the quarantine time. So what I have noticed personally in my boutique, like I had new faces, they saw it online, they saw it on the boutique, they loved it, they know the price already because it is there. They just want to come and touch it and feel it. Jewelry is not only about gold and diamond, and so it's all about art, and it is also feelings. You are selling feelings, not only just a piece of jewelry. So it helped us. To be honest, the effect of the very difficult time that we passed through during the quarantine, it turned into a good thing because it made us look at sides that we ignored before.
Okay. So Ricardo, what do you say that now? How are you coping with this situation now?
Yes, hello. How are you doing? Thanks for staying until this time here, and thanks for the invitation. So I work at a management consulting firm, and we are now advising and helping all of our clients how to go through this situation, as you were saying before, how to go into and open digital channels, and how to maintain that connection that you already had with your customers, but now through a different way. So during the pandemic, it was really a challenge, because we had all of our clients suddenly calling, like, my business is down, I need help, I need support. How can I set up an e-commerce channel in like 1 week, 2 weeks? How do I manage inventory? How do I manage logistics? But now we have seen that most of the businesses, they have adapted quite well, and they are starting having their online distribution channels put in place.
Okay, we have seen volatility in the price. So how do you actually cope with this? Rajesh, I want to ask you about that now. So is hedging a solution?
Yes, the hedging is only the solution to save yourself from the losses, because if you see at times in a day, if you see only in the intraday, there is a gold volatility of almost say 2 to 3 or 4%. Like if you just go to see a few days back, there was a drop of almost $80 to $90 of gold in a day, which means it was almost to the tune of around 4.5 to 5%. Okay. So over here, they need to hedge themselves, and that is the best way to do. And then you buy it back whenever you sell to the customers.
Okay, well, okay. We have our guest from the US, actually, no, from Africa, actually, Mr. Ayo Sopitan. So, welcome, Mr. Ayo. So, thank you very much, for joining us. Yes. Actually, I don't know how you are associated with the Dubai gold jewelry business now.
So we work with miners across African countries and help get gold ore into Dubai, basically. So with the end consumer being refineries and manufacturers of gold products, basically.
So do these jewelers source from you, from the mines you own?
End users of gold. So jewelers sometimes would be an end user as well.
Thank you. Okay. The hedging what you told was that now, Ricardo, what I want to say is that you also advise your clients about hedging prices, especially when the volatility is in the market.
We advise mainly on, sorry.
Yeah. So because you being an advisor, that's
But
why.
I would like to hear you also your comments on this question to complement my answer. So we advise, yeah, on the financial side and on the cash flow management, and this is something that was really we hit a critical point back in 2018 when VAT came, and it affected mainly people in the gold and diamond industry. Mainly when they are importing and they are reselling it to someone that is gonna be later on reselling it to someone else, and mainly for the VAT payment on customs when they are importing it, because gold, once again, is a sensitive product, so these price increases, they weren't able to compete with other markets abroad. So we were at that point helping the clients, advising them on how to implement VAT. And then when finally the new decision of the cabinet came that there is a reverse charge for
Which was,
VAT,
reversed,
we
yeah.
were helping them in how to implement and how to be tax compliant with this part. So yeah, I have plenty of hours running across the gold, so advising clients.
Of course, VAT itself has its own impact on that. Rajesh, do you suggest a kind of a reconsideration of VAT by the authorities here?
Yes, I would strongly request the authority to look into it, because since
But it's already a system of refunds to the
agreed,
tourists and
but
others.
now what is happening, if you see, the 90% over here are the expatriates. When they are going back, and when I am holding a residence visa over here, so I cannot claim the VAT, but the jewelry is going out of the country, like I'm taking for my parents, for my relatives, for everyone. So that time I'm paying 5%. So what would be the suggestion for the VAT? Like we would suggest, if the VAT could be charged only on the labor charge instead of the pure gold also, instead of the gold also, since the gold over here, if you see on the pure gold, there is no VAT. There's nothing, no charge, no VAT, no duty. But whereas on the jewelry, there is a duty also and as a VAT also. So we would request to the authority to look into it and make the VAT charges only on the labor charge and not on the gold component. So that will, in a way, in during this pandemic season, or like it will help us to revive some up to a certain level, wherein the people who are buying over here, the expatriates who are going back, have an incentive to buy from here and take it back home.
But you already have the relief that when you buy bullion, you need not actually, the duty is not there. No, it's already exempted. VAT.
Agreed. But then what is happening? It's at the jewelry part. On
Yeah.
the jewelry, it's say for example,
value
if
addition.
I had bought a 10-gram jewelry or 100-gram jewelry, so on that 100-gram, I pay completely VAT on complete 100-gram, not only on the labor component.
Okay.
Even on the pure gold, which is contained in the jewelry, we end up in paying the VAT for that.
Okay. But what's the way out to get back with the footfall you used to enjoy earlier now? The footfall, you'll have to get back the customers now. How? By through innovations or even promotions or even any other kind of price undercutting or something like that, is it?
Okay, I can say that all of it actually, all of our activities today is very important. Whether in the past we used to do some functions every now and then to enhance and to remind people that we are here. We do custom design as well as our, lines, regular lines. But now the market is so crowded because of the digital platforms. So everybody is reachable now, and there are actually a crowd in the, on this platform. So we have to be really smart how to find ourselves, put ourselves on the map of, jewelers, especially as a small jeweler like me who has only one boutique in town. So it's not easy to be among all these big names who has really long history. I do have somehow a long history of 20 years now working in jewelry, but still, the big companies, they are based since 1960, 70, and so what we are doing is trying to work on targets like aged category, educational category, collectors like art collectors. So I have something for everyone.
Thank you very much. Okay, so another case is that now the pandemic is still there and continuing that one, and the turmoil is still going on, which resulted in the closing down of some of the retail shops. Many of them have done that, or some, or even the return of the tourists here. Yeah, Ricardo. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the outlook for the UAE looks it's more promising than other regions and countries in the world. So we have our logistic chains being less affected than other regions where they are still closing borders and they are announcing more restrictions. So I will hope to see those measures being translated on the UAE to be more competitive and to have better advantages, more advantages compared to other countries. So yeah, well, we are in a better market here than having, for instance, some retail shops in Europe where they are closing and having more restrictions.
Yeah, our friend Ayo is actually waiting there. Actually, no? Mr. Ayo, what do you say that are you going to increase your engagement with the region now, and how do you go?
We've seen a lot of increase in activity from the GCC in general, and we expect that to continue. And even with the pandemic, I think there's increased demand. I think there's a flight to gold as an asset class. So we think that I think you made a point earlier about the vaccine potentially having an impact on the demand side, and we expect that to trickle down, back to the all the way back to the mine, which is where we play. So yeah.
Okay, I think we have to just one sentence we have to say about that. How to get back the glitter into the industry now? How to get back the glitter now of jewelry business, especially the retail? One solution from you.
See, now my suggestion to all the retailers would be like they should try to sell the product at a very bare minimum profit or maybe at cost so that they can replenish with the new one. And since there is a festive season coming up now, there will be a festival, there's a shopping festival, the festive season is there, Mother's Day, then there is Christmas days are there, New Year is there. So if they are able to offload some of their stocks now, whatever the old stocks they are holding, so they can always replenish with the new one, and which will in return will help them to promote their product more better to the millennial and the newer generations.
Okay. What do you think that you will have to offer more designs or to appealing to the mass? I'm just asking her then, no? So appealing to the masses, the more designs.
Yeah. Asking me. Okay. Yes, because I come from an artistic background, so I believe that jewelry starts with a design. Okay, and the market is so spoiled. Honestly,
to keep the exclusivity, use it.
Yeah, there's a lot of copies of everything and inspired pieces from here and there, cut and paste, and so originality will always make a good space for new faces to fall in love with the design. So for me, it starts with the design and how strong you are giving a message behind it and a story and emotions, and it's so many elements together. It's a material, yes. You have the gold, you have the diamond, you have whatever treasure from the land, but in the end, you have the skill over that, and the skill is the human. The human is the touch and the connection with the other people. So I believe that this is the main component to make a collection succeed.
Okay, Ricardo, you find that now some of these people are facing the competition, especially the designs coming from elsewhere, like Turkey, even Saudi Arabia also, some of them are coming, and even Singapore also now. How strong is the competition?
I have been a
You
jury
can guide
member.
also.
Sorry,
Yeah.
is
No,
it-
no, no. You're more important
okay.
for that one, I see.
It's so confusing.
No,
you
no,
know,
no, no.
because you're looking this
Maybe
way.
because of the reflex.
That's fine.
You cannot see that.
Okay, I'll just go on that and
Yeah.
give it back to you. Sorry for that. I have been a jury member for many competitions in terms of design. Like the latest was the Abu Dhabi. Actually, yesterday we were the jury members were together and we were judging the designs. And before that, it was the HRD International Jewelry Design Competition. Being a jury member in all these, I really noticed that there is a lot of real designers who deserve to be on the hot spot and on the spot of light, okay? But they are not getting the chance. These competitions will help. And I think by time, the copiers or the people who doesn't have this originality or creativity, they will fall off. You know, it's a matter of time, and the market is the, you know, is the filter. Okay, so in the end, they will succeed. Whoever is giving original idea will succeed on that.
Okay. Is there any move to have a national identity like that, a national design? You say that the Italian design or even the Brazilian or whatever it is, like that, the Belgian, all those is some design. So is there any move to have a brand identity to the national brand like that? Okay, made in UAE, or is the UAE design fashion or something like that? Is there any move, concerted move should be there? Don't you think so? So being an advisor, then you can advise the industry like that.
Okay, so definitely the origin of the item of the jewelry will transmit something to the buyer, but I think at this point we cannot only appoint of because the designer is from this region or because of the it's manufactured in this place. I think it will at this point we will have to communicate better all the additional, all the added value that is being put into that piece of gold. So since the manufacturing, since the sourcing, the design, and then the process of how is it transformed. So every aspect of the added value of the item should be deployed better. And I agree that the designers should be putting more effort and trying to communicate the sources of inspiration and the creative work that they are putting into each item.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Ayo, one question I want to ask you is about the forward integration, because, no, of course, no, you are in the bulk, the mining as well as for refinery business. But what about forward integration to enter into retail business so that that will be more lucrative and more appealing?
Yes, so I think there are companies who are integrated throughout the chain, and so they have their own brands that they take into stores, and they have their own retail outlets. It's a business model that's worth considering for organizations that have the resources to devote to that sort of extension throughout the chain. But as far as we're concerned, I mean, we stay where we're comfortable, which is on the sourcing side. But yeah, I mean, it's a business model that could work. And I would actually kind of flip the question and say, for some of the manufacturers of jewelry and consumer products in gold, it might be worth exploring, to backward integrate to make sure that they control their sourcing as well, just to make sure that what ends up in their product is ethically sourced.
So that's good. So let us end in a very positive note that because we will get back the glitter at soon, maybe in another 3-4 months, we can say that, because the vaccine is around the corner now, we may be getting it, and the UAE's policies are such that now we are getting back all the tourists, those we lost. So the sooner or later, the market will be there, and the DSF is coming, and all those things will be better. Let's see that now things will be better, and we will get the glitter back. Jewelry business will be lucrative and appealing again. Don't you think so? Yes, yeah, yes, to you.
Yes, I believe so. I believe that all.
So, what measures do you suggest for that one, actually?
What?
What measures? What can be done to get back the customers back?
I think it is automatic. The priorities of a human today is different than before the pandemic. Okay, let's say the spend of people, which used to be on something that has no value, was more than to spend on jewelry. And today I can notice that people, they believe in jewelry more, and it's moving more and more, getting back the old good days, when really women were proud of their jewelry more than to carry a brand bag or a brand shirt or whatever. It's moving toward reality. Treasures are treasures. We cannot deny that gold, diamond, and all the treasures from the earth are the real assets that we have today. And I think the priorities today for the buyers are going toward the benefit of jewelers.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ayo, for joining us. Thank you, Rajesh. All of you. No, thank
Thanks,
you very
everyone.
much. Thank you. Do you want to take any question from the customer, from our audience? If there is any. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. 1 minute.
Hi, this is Noor from Bloomberg. I just have a question about how you think digitization could affect the retail business in gold. And anyone can answer that.
Yeah. So with digitalization, it's actually an advantage for the retailers. It will stop giving. Like traditionally, the retailers they depend on the footfall of a certain mall or avenue or street or etc. So through digitalization, they will be open 24/7 to be able to place an order and to continue with the business. They can be promoting more easily and displaying promotions or displaying their new inventory that they have. So this one way.
I guess that the digital platform is a great opportunity for everyone to be exposed and to be seen and to say, I'm here and I have something to show. So this is the easiest way. While everyone is sitting at home and they're looking at their devices, they can see us much better than just sitting in our places waiting for a client by chance to come in.
Do you think it's going to have a negative impact on the physical stores, in malls?
Not in jewelry, maybe in fashion. I guess it's more doable. But for jewelry, as I just said a while back, that people who buy jewelry, they like to touch it, they like to see it, and they like to experience the look of it in reality. So the platform will help to show that we are here in that location and we have those pieces and you can come over and see it. Although we had some sales online, but I can't say it's totally online. Mostly it is happening that they see it online and they come to see it actually in the boutique.
Yeah, if I could add to that, the main challenge for the retailers, what I see is that they need to bring the customer that it's online to the physical shop. And this is a challenge because the customer will see the picture once, twice, and he needs to be attracted enough to make some time and take the car and go and
The
shop
attraction
also.
then comes from the promotion itself. If you have your own smart way how to attract them to really come in, they have to have a motivation to come into your boutique, not to any other. And your piece in particular, they want to see it. So it's so many things, but in conclusion, it is helping us a lot to be seen.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Fantastic panel there. Thank you so much to our panel. Brilliant. Another fantastic discussion there. Please do stay on the stage because we, of course, have some certificates for you to say thank you for your participation. Yes, another fantastic panel there. Do we have our certificates ready? And if you do have any questions, please do feel free to ask any of our panelists once they get down off the stage, because we have still one panel left for the day. Our last panel, so we'll just quickly hand these out. If you'd like to do the honours. Do we have our photographer here, Mr. Anoop or Mr. Sajith, and the photographer? Here they are all at once. Maybe they can hand these out for us just in the nick of time. Oh yes, and thank you so much, to our virtual panelists as well. He's just gone, sadly, but the virtual panelists have actually been really excellent now that we've worked out how the system works. But yeah, it hasn't been too bad in the end, really, has it? It's worked out rather nicely. Oh, there you are. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate your contribution. Apologies, we can't give you a certificate in person, but we'll make sure we get one to you. And thank you so much for your thoughts and feedback. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's hear it one more time for our panel there. Thank you so much. Lovely. One last photo. And I'd just like to say thank you so much to our audience as well for staying with us. The bitter end. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. One final photograph, and then please do speak to any of our panel if you have any extra questions, and also over our gala dinner as well, as I'm sure many of you will be attending that as well. Thank you so much once again. Brilliant. Great discussion there as well. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we move on now to our final panel of the day, where we turn our attention to IBMC's innovative services for the gold industry, from digital stable assets and trade flow to SME service and intermediary services. And on our panel, I would like to welcome, first and foremost, our moderator for this session, Mr. Naman Parak, who is the Director of Purdue Petrochemicals Trading, LLC. Let's give him a nice, warm welcome. Our first panel for this session is Mr. Sajith Kumar PK, the CEO and MD of IBMC Financial Professionals Group. We're going to hear what he has to say on the panel. Thank you, Mr. Sajith. Do we have Mr. Mike Pearson virtually tuning in for us? He might be joining us. He's the Senior Vice President of Block Fills USA, if he does. We also have Mr. Anoop PS, the CBO and ED for IBMC Financial Professionals Group. We have the team here, so please welcome to the stage Mr. Anoop PS. And our final panelist for this session is Mr. Ernest Marin, the CEO of Maximus Group of Companies, entrepreneur and trade specialist. A very warm welcome to our panel there. Now, do you all have microphones? If not, we will make sure. Oh, here you go.
Thank you. I can use?
Mr. Naman, it's over to you. Thank you.
Hello. Hi, evening to all, and thanks for staying till the very end. But this is one of the most interesting panels as we have stepped towards digitization of gold itself. So, without any further ado, I would start my first question with Mr. Ernest. Hi, evening. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Hi. So my question to you is that how can we describe UAE as the global gold trading hub? And how can business class and investors have the benefits of using Dubai as the global trading hub for gold?
Now, first of all, I think that if you look around in Dubai and the UAE in particular, it's an amazing environment to live, and it's a very tolerant environment to have your company from an entrepreneurial level. It's very friendly. It's safe. It's all the standards you wish, and it's there, and it ticks all the boxes. If you look at how they treated the pandemic as well. Big hooray. I mean, we could continue our businesses here. The whole world was come to an end, not to the end, but yeah, I think they did a great job, and it's a good example for the rest of the world. And I think geographically, it's also in the center, and it's getting better and better.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Adding to that, sure. Today's conference itself is giving that the confidence level.
It's a live example, yeah.
Yeah, live example that 33 countries participate, even though during the COVID pandemic time, we succeeded this conference and heading for our all goals.
Right, great. So we have Mr. Mike Pearson from Blockfill as well. Hi, sir, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Great. So my next question is directed towards you, and it's on the US gold digital asset stable currency, which was launched by IBMC in June 2020. So how can global investors take the benefit of this revolutionary concept? Could you please enlighten us with that?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first I want to thank everybody for putting this together today. I'm happy to be here and join you here today. Just to give you a little bit of background on what the USG token is, I'm not sure if that's been discussed yet today. But the USG token is backed by an American Eagle 1 ounce gold coin, which is minted by the United States Mint and may be redeemed at any time and in almost any country for the physical gold coin. You can think of the USG token as a digital receipt for physical gold, issued and administered via a smart contract on the Ethereum blockchain platform. So each American Eagle 1 ounce gold coin that backs the USG token is stored in a fully insured, secure vault and audited annually by independent third-party auditing firms and overseen by Kingdom Trust, acting as the trustee. The USG token can be exchanged for US dollars. It can be exchanged for Bitcoin or Ethereum, Ripple, and Tether. And as I said, the value of each USG token is tied 1-to-1 with the price of the American Eagle 1 ounce gold coin. And that price of the Eagle coin is relatively stable in that the price is set once each week by the United States Mint. That's every Wednesday at 2 p.m. local New York time. And the U.S. Mint uses a pricing grid, which is tied to the value of spot gold to determine the weekly value of the American Eagle 1 ounce gold coin. This is all public information. It can all be found on the U.S. Mint website. I would be happy to share the pricing grid with anybody that is interested. And some key points and takeaways about the USG token. It is considered monetary gold and legal tender under U.S. law. The USG token price may only change once per week, and that's only if the LBMA spot gold price changes by $50 or more, making it highly stable. The USG token is in compliance with U.S. Uniform Commercial Code 7 as a warehouse receipt and represents an American Eagle 1 ounce gold coin, which is held in trust with Kingdom Trust and vaulted with the Delaware Depository and Brinks. The USG token may be pledged as collateral for a loan with a third-party digital asset lender. USG token is a utility token. It is not a security token, as the USG actually passes the Howey test. And the USG is issued on the Ethereum blockchain platform as an ERC20 token. USG token holders may easily transfer from peer-to-peer the store of value in denominations less than the market price. USG token holders may transfer as little as 0.01 tokens to another party. And please note that the USG token is especially valuable as a tool for cross-border transfer of funds, especially in countries that place onerous restrictions on the international fund transfers. For example, a Chinese citizen can buy stablecoin Tether on one of their local digital asset exchanges using Chinese yuan. Then he or she can use Tether to buy USG tokens, and the USG token holder can then redeem USG tokens for American Eagle 1 ounce gold coins that can be shipped to his or her residence or business address, whether it's in London or in Sydney or in Los Angeles or in any country that is not on the US State Department OFAC list. They can then arrange a sale of the American Eagle 1 ounce gold coins with a gold dealer in exchange for dollars or pounds sterling or euro or whatever they choose. And we believe that the USG token is an ideal merchant services payment rail for cross-border e-commerce businesses due to its relative stability. The USG token is more cost efficient for an e-commerce business as a method of payment than a credit card is, because US Gold does not charge the fees to merchants in the same way that credit card companies do. And we know that this world is moving in this direction of offering digital assets as a payment method, as is evident through the adoption of cryptocurrency by global online money transfer giant PayPal. US Gold can definitely serve as a medium of value transfer from business to business and from peer to peer worldwide. And for people that are not familiar with the digital asset world, it's rather difficult sometimes for them to wrap their heads around what is Bitcoin, what is Ethereum, what is stablecoin, why do these things have value, why should I trust that these instruments will maintain their value, and what is the blockchain? And those are all legitimate questions. But as you all know, it is much easier for anyone around the world, regardless of their profession, their education, their career background, to understand the centuries-old intrinsic value of gold. And the USG token is the true marriage of the value and stability of gold with the efficiency, technology, and the security of the blockchain.
Just one more question that came to my mind while you were explaining the US gold currency. So can this be used as a hedging tool for bullion traders? And also, could you explain if we can use it, we can buy US gold with the cryptocurrencies, and again, the reverse trade is also possible?
Yes, because of its stable value, I would say it can definitely be used as a hedge for any trader that wants to decrease the volatility within their investments. If you have a suite of investments which are highly volatile and cut down on volatility, moving into something as stable priced like the USG token is a good way to reduce volatility within your portfolio. So as a hedge, yes, that's a good idea. And then, yes, you asked if you can buy USG with digital assets. The answer is yes. If you have a large portfolio that you're managing of Bitcoin, Ethereum, really any of the major cryptos, and again, the volatility in the digital asset space is so high that a lot of fund managers would see something that's stable like the USG and maybe think about allocating a portion of their digital assets into something that's much more stable, something less volatile, to smooth out their volatility. So yes, you can convert, like I said, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Tether, and other stable coins. And our trade desk at Blockfills can work directly with clients that are looking to maybe move out of those crypto major coins and also exotics as well. We can customize that for any clients that are looking to make that transition into USG and out of their more volatile digital assets.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Mike. Now, I would request Mr. Anoop.
And I hope I get a chance to explain who Blockfills is, but
Sure.
Maybe I'll do that a little bit later.
No, you can go ahead.
Sure. Okay. So Blockfills is an active partner with Ibmc, and we are a digital asset liquidity provider and OTC trade desk in the digital asset space. You can check us out at blockfills.com. Unlike a cryptocurrency exchange, the Blockfills digital asset dark pool aggregates pricing and liquidity from unique sources, including several of the largest OTC desks, hedge funds, and prop trading groups worldwide. And we stream top-of-book pricing to our clients via Fix API or through our web-based trading platform. Blockfills clients can also request quotes and execute orders on Telegram chat directly with our trade desk in Chicago and our desk in London. And our core business is electronic digital asset trading and prime brokerage. As of today, Blockfills clients are trading over $500 million each month through our digital asset liquidity ecosystem. We clear and settle all trades internally, and we custody fiat currency in a number of banks, most notably Signature Bank and Silvergate Bank in the United States. And we custody crypto in our vaults with Fireblocks. In addition, we offer crypto lending services where clients can lend crypto in exchange for fiat currency, or clients can lend crypto and earn interest on it, or clients can lend fiat currency in exchange for crypto. We work with a significant number of crypto miners worldwide, and we're thrilled to announce that we recently deployed $50 million in financing to cryptocurrency miners for purchasing new generation ASIC mining equipment to grow their operations in North America. And the terms of each lending agreement can be customized for each client. In addition, Blockfills is also a market maker in the rapidly growing crypto option space. Our team brings over 100 years of combined experience from the traditional capital market space with firms such as Deutsche Bank, Goldman Sachs, Citadel, Lloyds Bank, Citigroup, and CME Group, among others. We exclusively work with institutional clients, and we focus on the most liquid and stable assets in the digital asset sector, one of which is, of course, the U.S. gold token, USG.
Perfect.
Blockfills is a partner of U.S. gold currency, who is the creator and issuer of the USG token.
Thank you. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for your time.
Absolutely.
And the detailed explanation of how the platform and everything works. Thank you so much. Now, I would request Mr. Anoop to tell us and give us a demo of how the e-wallet works for the US gold.
Thank you. Let me ask how many of our delegates who is available here has ever invested in a digital asset? Can anybody raise your hands? Yes, we have. Yeah. How many of you have online bank account? Everybody. So earlier we used to have the physical currency, and later we moved on to the digital mode of doing transaction. This is exactly the same way in with US gold currency as well coming in. Rather than taking the investments in gold, for the last panel we were discussing about the jewelry market and all. In the jewelry market, it is a pride, it is an art, like the jewelry, you have to wear it, you have to buy it. But whereas when it comes to an investment, rather than keeping it with the safe custody, with the insurance cost, storage cost and other things, you can very well store your investment in gold in digital currency across the globe. So the perfect option right now is the US gold currency. What we have done is that we have first of all opened the account with US gold currency, and we have taken the delivery as well. Can the camera be zoomed here? This is the first physical delivery of US gold currency in Dubai.
That was my next question.
Yeah, this is 1 ounce coin, American Eagle gold coin. If you can zoom, you can see in the coin. I don't know to what extent you can zoom this particular one. This is 1 ounce coin from minted by the US Mint, American Eagle gold. And delivery after giving 2 days we go as well. But we don't appreciate doing the delivery because the whole purpose of doing this investment is to make it digital. So taking delivery and bearing the delivery cost, it does not make sense. So the whole process, if we say that somebody who will do the investment in digital gold, they need to first of all open the account with the Blockfields USA, and there is a logging into the web, something you cannot do that. You need to fill up the KYC form, submit your KYC documents, and post verification of the KYC documents, you will be allotted with the login IDs and passwords. And you need to have your crypto wallet. You need to have the digital wallet, digital asset wallet. And once your wallet is ready, you can buy the US gold currency and you can safely keep it. And as Mr. Mike was rightly explaining, this currency can be transferred across the globe like anybody who's having a wallet. It is freely transferable and it is highly supportive for investment as well as global trade transactions purpose as well.
Could you also give us an idea of to how the e-wallet would work?
If you want a demo, you just need to go and take it.
Can we?
I also encouraged everyone to visit buyusgold.com. BUYUSgold.com.
That's right. The website for the US Gold is buyusgold.com. And as I was mentioning, like when you have a bank account, yet you will be having an online access and you will be storing your money in the bank. But whereas when the digital asset is coming, it will stored in the digital wallet. This is one of the digital wallet. It's called Ledger Nano. So in this, the storage will be happening and you will be having the secured passwords, nearly 24 words passwords to secure that. There's not only the one, there's many these things, but one of the secured mode of keeping your digital assets is this digital asset wallet.
So this is more sort of a physical digital wallet that you can carry around rather than just having it online.
This is the actual instrument, how it is coming in. So for any transfers and other things, you need to connect it and with the authentication and permission only, any transfers or something is possible. So it's a highly secured mode of investment and highly transparent as well.
Thank you. Thanks, Anup. So going further, Sajid sir, I would like to ask you on the SME Economy Marketplace platform, how it will be beneficial for business class and investors, the company empanelment process, the KYC, product listing process, and the ratings.
SME Economy Platform, that's an e-marketplace trade floor platform that we have designed for all the class of companies, right. Even from the small scale or medium scale or large scale companies can list into that. So SME economy means SME driven economy is going to happen. So that's why SME Economy, what we have called that a trade flow platform. We have added one more session exclusively for gold trade flow system. So gold trade flow system only for the physical import that is connecting to the import, then re-export until re-export. So as I mentioned, that 7 areas of gold, the cycle. Yeah. From the mining to export, then import, then refining, then it's going to the gold ornaments manufacturing, then to the retail, then re-export. So entire cycle is being added and transacted in this system. So this is an intermediary system only. So we are not doing any touching anything. So buyers and sellers coming and all these system within the compliance, it's just set into that. So we have already done the soft launching all Emirates last year itself. So the UAT is going on by January onwards. So we are opening to all. The speciality of the system. So considering the two aspects. One is non-oil sector diversification program of Gulf countries.
Right.
Then the post-COVID activities. The gold industry is taking vital role into that for investments and business. And if people does not know about gold industry even, they can simply get into this system and they can try to understand, they can engage immediately
into an actual trade.
And with the benefit of that. So this is the entire system how it's happening. So by January onwards, public can also participate into that. So two kind of things. One is for the investors, they are coming as the customers. So this is also we have made into the Sharia compliant system. So all people are coming for the investment and they are taking the profit benefit. This is how it's happening. So irrespective of the fund size, even the $1,000 onwards, people can able to add into that, engage into that, and the empanelment, how it's going to happen. So we are empaneling all companies, irrespective of companies. However, for listing the product, so we have due diligence on that. So in that due diligence, so we are making that Dun and Bradstreet, that due diligence, first company due diligence. Then our own system is there for rating into that.
Right.
The company rating, what we are going to start it. And that is an indicator after DNB rating. So we are adding into that our credential also and indicating to the public to easily understand that. So this company has made multiple transactions in this system or not. So that's what we are trying to do that. So people can able to see that, okay, this company have completed one transaction, two transactions, multiple thousand transactions. So they can get the clarity on that, their business on that.
Right.
So such a way they can enter into that. And if people wants to do the business, start the business into that. So I want to make that the business of ornaments. So that a lot of things are there. If we are making the ornaments business, retail business, we need to take the trade license, then all security clearance and lot of things we need to maintain. However, the business, a small business opportunity, what I can say that nowadays the ornaments itself, the is also going to boost such a way the personalized, the services or manufacturing ornaments, gold ornaments, such a way is going to happen, and door-to-door delivery is also going to happen. Here, even though people does not know anything about the gold industry, they can enter into that because they are engaging. They are making a platform. They are engaging the retail outlets for delivering to the party. As an intermediary, easily we can make a platform or domain and start dealing with it as an intermediary service without the knowledge of the basic goal, the transaction. They can enter into that. IBMC is happy to provide the information, basic information. So the due diligence is most important. So the KYC and the corporate due diligence, if they are ready to comply, they can able to do that. And three challenges are there for all business nowadays. One is for getting the business because Expo 2021 is also going to happen and a lot of competitions are going to come. So the business who are starting, he should have professional system and transparency on the system. Then the maximum service and support, that quality they need to increase. Then only they will get the business. After getting the business, the second challenge is the working capital challenge. Working capital challenge here, the customers are coming and if the company is ready to share their profit, they will be getting the working capital. Then third challenge is receivable challenge. Receivable challenge here, how we are going to mitigate into that, the trade credit insurance or the factoring services we have already added into this system. So this trade flow system. Such a way, The secured system what we have made, this is an engine where the investors or customers and business class can utilize from January onwards.
Thank you, sir, so much. Thank you very much for explaining the Sme Economy Platform in details. My next question is to Mr. Anup, and that is with regards to what support can business class and investors seek from IBMC if they are looking to get into the gold industry in the UAE?
First of all, with regard to this particular event, in the welcome address itself, we have mentioned one clear point. IBMC is not an event management company. We are a business platform connecting the business. So in this convention, we already have the B2B discussions which is going on. And there are a lot of people who is watching us online from across nearly 30 plus countries. So they all have already started sending the inquiries, like the specific details they want to know more about certain panel members, the panel speakers. And physically from this particular venue itself, people have already indicated their interest to take up the discussion further with certain business groups. So these particular initiatives, IBMC will be taking up. And we will see to it that wherever the business possibilities are there, we will be trying to materialize the same thing. So that is the first level of support we can do it. And the second thing is that this particular information has been gone to the whole industry in UAE. The entire gold industry knows about the Global Gold Convention right now and the kind of participation and possibilities here. Connecting with the mines, connecting with the refineries, connecting with the gold traders, import and export, the whole lot of things, and even machinery supplies and other things. So in this regard, if anyone has a particular inquiry or something, they can very well contact IBMC and we'll be very well be able to connect the business and to help them. This is one part. The second part is the Sme Economy Platform, which we have launched. It is a regulated and a structured platform which can support in avoiding the misunderstanding and mistrust between the import and export traders in terms of the financial transactions and other things. So it is a well-structured method which has been implemented after our 2019 UAE Gold Convention. After taking the opinion from all the participants, we have implemented this particular system. And this system can be utilized by anyone who is currently doing the import and export in UAE. The system can be utilized. These are the important support or immediate support we can extend to the gold trading community in UAE right now.
Thank you, Anup. And my last question again to Mr. Sajid. And sir, since gold is a very high value asset and not too many people deal into it, what would be your advice for KYC and company due diligence? How much importance do these two factors have in the gold industry?
Whenever people are engaging to any business or any investment, nowadays or new era, this due diligence is most important. KYC and due diligence is most important. Without that, we cannot move. So KYC means, the individual declaration of their identity and their reachable address proof. That is what it's needed into that to open any account. So for opening the account with the Sme Economy also, this KYC needed into that. Company, they need to provide all the trade license and other documents. So this is most important. Now world is going to more transparent. So the KYC and due diligence part is most important. So keep in mind that whenever you are getting into any kind of business, that should be a professional business. So how to make a professional business, even though from the startup. So we know that if we are doing the startup, is well and good, we can implement as many as controls and system into that. So then you can build to that the private limited company or public limited company and listing regional stock exchange and listing the international stock exchange. This is the entire cycle of the company perspective. So irrespective of the commodity or the item or service. So even though for gold or if it is coming for the oil or whatever it is there, this structure, corporate structure is most important. And without giving the focus on the corporate structure, only jumping to the business, that is making all these mistakes in the markets. So we need to do that. So IBMC is working in 4-pillar strategy. So one is international law and compliance. So that is most important. If we do any kind of project, even though this conference also, we are making such a level. So Advocate Binoy Shashi is there with us, and he is supporting for us for all kind of legal services in the corporate level and to the public. And who, if you want to avail such services, we are happy to do that. And myself, I'm looking after all the international compliance part. Then international tax and audit also coming into that. Then the third pillar, what we are stressing into that, the awareness, the education. So the education is most important, the industry education. So we all are qualified in the education, but industry education is most important when you are coming for the investment or doing any business. So fourth one is you do, the business and investment, and sky's the limit. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Would any of the other panel members want to add to this if they have any points?
Yeah, just please visit buyusgold.com. Please visit blockfills.com. Please feel free to contact Ajith or Anup from IBMC with any interest that you have in the USG token. I'm happy to connect as well. Looking forward to working with all of you. I want to thank again IBMC and the UAE Chamber for setting this up today, and thanks to everybody in attendance for your time and your attention today.
Thanks. Thank you.
Just to add, if anybody wants to see the physical gold coin, it is there with me.
Yeah, I'm coming next to you.
I'm here.
I would want to see that. I think.
Yeah, I want to say my microphone is a little bit weird, but it's working now. Yeah, thank you so much, Sajid, for organizing this all. And it shows that Dubai has unlimited possibilities, and IBMC, great job. Laura, thank you so much for moderating. Yeah, it was, I hope you all enjoyed. And I had a great time. And I
yeah, it was a day well spent.
Yeah.
Day well spent.
Yeah.
And now the dinner follows.
Dinner, I hope so.
Yeah.
It's already, we're 1 hour late. So, yeah.
So concluding all, I think this is the last panel. And concluding all sessions, Bhaskara sir, can you please come? And Advocate Binoy, if you can also come on the stage, please. Yeah, Advocate Binoy, yeah. So
good
please,
evening.
Yeah, give you vote.
Good evening. I would like to take this opportunity to announce a good news for foreigners. We have investors here. The UAE government now amended the UAE commercial companies law and also the foreign data investments that some sectors no need of local lawyer to form an LLC. Okay.
We need to discuss summing up. Yeah, for the actually we are doing that the industry white purpose. So Bhaskara sir and myself, we are working on that. Yeah. So last year we have done and given 19 recommendations to the government level after the convention, and we were working on that closely with the industry players. So today. So after completing 9 excellent industry panel discussions, so we need to just summarize. I would like to invite Bhaskara sir to summarize into that the panel discussions.
Thank you, Sajid sir. As we did last time, the last industry white paper which we made based on the inputs from the participants. We had distributed the sheets and the recommendations were. Rajesh, you got that one? Have you seen that? Yes. We'll get you that. So we summarized whatever the recommendations by the participants last time, because they were right from the industry also. So we know that they are from the grassroots level. It has a bearing on the industry. So we tabulated that one and we made a recommendation. About 17 points recommendation. 19 point recommendations were made to the Ministry of Commerce. I think they have acted on that one also. Yes. No, some of the decisions were there. Only thing that we didn't take credit for that one. That's why. And this time also we are having the second edition of that white paper based on the recommendations. You have the inputs were given by all the participants here, which we will be bringing out in another 1 or 2 weeks time. With all the inputs. Mainly this time the focus is on how UAE can achieve the position of the global gold trade hub, which is possible because going by the only thing that it will be equally shared between the digital as well as the physical trade. Let's hope that this is our contribution to the industry, to the economy, especially for he has spearheading for diversifying the economy to non-oil economy. Thank you very much.
I would like to invite Mr. Jeffrey Rhodes, if you don't mind, to summarize and ending up, and based on his comments on that 19 panel discussions, industry panel discussions.
Yeah. And to talk more on what Binoy Shashi has just announced is actually, he has stolen the thunder. In fact, what he say that it's going to be revolutionary here because you don't need any more the sponsors here. So it is going to be very interesting. So we know that, no? Yeah. It's going to be a game-changing decision by the government. The official announcement will be coming either today or tomorrow. It's already announced. So in the papers, you can read tomorrow.
Hello? Okay.
Yes.
All right, so to just repeat the question, please. So I was seeing where the gold price was.
Yeah, we were having
looks a bit soft, actually.
We were having that post-COVID full day sessions with 9 industry panel discussions.
Okay.
And as an industry leader and advisor, we respect you always and your views on that, how it was there to summarize.
Look, I think today's events generally have been fantastic and very progressive and very all-encompassing. And for me, what's coming out of today's sessions are some very practical, pragmatic recommendations. And at the end of the day, we can have blue sky aspiration, which is always good, but you don't have to reach the blue sky to be successful. And so for me, developments like we've just heard, Dubai or the UAE being at the epicenter of the global gold industry. No matter what anyone says, look at where we are. We are one flight away from any consuming country and any producing country in gold. There is no other place in the world with our connectivity, with our assets. We have challenges, but those challenges are being addressed. And so the outlook for this place where we are is fantastic. We heard also about the détente between Israel and UAE.
Yeah.
Big development. Honestly, I think that's a real win-win because both sides stand to benefit. Probably other markets might lose, but that's life. Anyway, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to be involved. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I would like to invite our team members for the certificate of appreciation. And
So we just have a small token of appreciation, some certificates for you. So we'll just hand those out and take a couple of photos as well. In the meantime, I'd just like to say thank you so much to all of you for staying with us to the bitter end. I hope it's been a very informative day. It certainly has been for me. It's been excellent, really informative, and I hope we've had lots of people tune in online, and I hope we get those figures soon, actually. That'd be quite interesting. And I'm sure you can watch the conference again. I'm sure that's going to be put up online in the near future.
Mike here. I think Mike, this is for you.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. I think have we handed everything out now? We still have a couple more things. And yes, please do be reminded of the gala dinner at Sober Heartland. You can make your own way there, or we can organise transport for you as well. And also photos and videos, they're going to be up on the IBMC YouTube and Facebook pages in the next couple of days. These guys are quite quick at putting those up. So please do take a look out for that. And please do fill in those white paper forms as well if you haven't done so already. Thank you.
I want to
We are concluding the ceremony. May I request all our IBMC team members to be kindly on the stage, please? You have done a wonderful job. Please join us on the stage. Please come in.
also team members, volunteers today. Excellent job. Please come. Please come.
Yes, so we have some certificates for the IBMC team, for the volunteers. Thank you so much for all of your help. We have Afreen Shuku. Afreen Shuku is our first volunteer. Afreen, are you here?
First, I would like to invite Advocate Binoy Shashi. Advocate Binoy Shashi. Yeah. Mr. Shukupi Becker, he was supporting us from the back end all day with a team, entire team. Thank you so much, Shuku.
Miss Afreen Shuku, volunteer. Mr. Mohammed Sawad. Volunteer Tom Thomas. Volunteer Arman. Volunteer Anaswara Pradeep. Volunteer Dima Hasrat. Volunteer Tito Titus. Volunteer Sneha Pinto. Volunteer Priyanka Anil. Miss Anam. Miss Anam from IBMC. Amazon, yeah. Mr. Faisal from IBMC. Yeah. Emily. Mr. Kurram from IBMC. Miss Emily Sison from IBMC. Mr. Anuj Sharma. Mr. Anuj, are you on the stage? Yeah. Yes. Ishal. Miss Isha KD. Yeah. Excellent. Big round of applause for Isha. Thank you.
May I request our Emirates Business Women Council representation in UAE, please come to the stage and kindly accept our token of respect, please. May I request Mr. Mohammed Sajid Hassan to be kindly on the stage, please? Mr. Mohammed has designed this beautiful gift. So, Mr. Mohammed, please come on the stage.
Excellent. So this is the official launch of this perfume. This is Dubai Global Gold 2020 edition. This is from Al Oraib Perfumes Industry LLC. That's from Sharjah. Mr. Mohammed Sajid Hassan, Managing Director, that he designed exclusively for this event. A big round of applause, please, once again to Mr.
I would like to invite the Master of Ceremony, Miss Laura Buckwell. And we want to give a big round of applause. Apart from that, I would like to give a special gift. Special gift and memento to Miss Laura Buckwell for her wonderful performance for the day.
Yeah, please.
Well, thank you so much. I'm very honoured, and thank you so much for having me back. I really appreciate it. Thank you. What a fantastic day we've had. Thank you once again for staying with us. And yes, so please do move on over to the gala dinner where you can continue networking and ask any questions that you weren't able to earlier. That's to sober Heartland as well. We have a question here. The what, sorry? Certificates, yes. We have certificates for our participants as well, and for those that filled in the white paper as well, we'll definitely get those to you, no problem. Thank you so much, and we're going to see you in 2021 for the next convention. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for joining us. And now we will join for the gala dinner at Shobha Heartland. And those who require transportation, we have 2 Miss Dis waiting outside. We can arrange the transportation from here as well. So please contact our Shobha help desk. They will also support you in arranging the transportation. So otherwise, you can report in this desk here. We will make the arrangement for that. So Shobha Heartland, in case if you require anybody wants the location in Google Maps, it is available. Shobha Heartland, the exact location you will be getting it. So we'll join all there for the business networking. Certificate of participation, those who are yet to be collected, please come on the stage. We will give you the certification. Please come up. Those who wants to have the photos in the main stage, please join us here. Your good name? Yeah, please come. Yes, yes. Of course, why not? Please come on the stage and take the photo. Which was first? American Eagle gold coin.
This is going to be.
Yes.
Give it. The call out the names.
Randomly announce degree
Call out the names. Call out
Can
the
you
names.
announce the names?
Yes. Announce the names.
You announce the names.
May I request Mr. Saudullah to come and collect a certificate? Mr. Saidullah. Mr. Farzan Kamalabadi. Mr. Farzan, are you there? Ms. Sarah Mounzer. Mr. Sergey Millian. Ms. Mariam Al Nakadi. Mr. Keshavan Purushothaman. Ms. Mr. Keshavan? Right, yeah. No, good. Mr. Junesh Nair. Junesh. Mr. Ali Hassan Hashmi. Ali Hassan Ashmi.
Yeah, welcome.
Mr. Mohammed Sajid Hassan. Mr. Mohammed Sajid Hassan. Miss Amira Al-Raimi. Yeah. Mr. Mamadou Madayu. Miss Sheikha Al-Sarkal. Oh, right.
Mamadou. Okay.
Okay. Mamadou.
Because we work for the same organization.
Right. Mr. Abdul Rahman Al Hamadi.
Thank you.
Mr. Dennis Esamba. Mr. Dennis.
Okay. Yes.
Mr. Abdullah Hamad Al Alawi.
Thank you.
Archie Joseph. Archie Joseph. Mr. Steele Hembridge. Mr. Steele Hembridge. Mr. Ali Murtaza Hashmi. Mr. Ali Murtaza Hashmi. Yeah, Mr. Ali. Sonanshir Moboswik. Mr. Sonanshir. Mr. Junesh Nair. Mr. Junesh Nair.
He already got.
Mr. Philip George Changaragulam. Mr. Philip. Is that? I don't think he is Philip. Musa Sain. Musa Sain. Lalla Sokenia Sharif. Lala Sokenia Sharif. Mr. Bowen Fool. Mr. Bowen Fool. Mr. Dane Hemrich. Mr. Dane Henrich. Mr. Harold Henrich. Axi Mardaji. Axi Mardaji. So we will be passing on these certificates to them if at all they are contacting IBMC. Thank you.
So thank you very much once and for all, and please join us for the gala dinner at Shobha Heartland, and we'll meet next year, 2021, with the Global Gold Convention again. Thank you very much. Thank you.